Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler V series V's I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, trout food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about the stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really. This is one of those reviews where it was like, hey, that's a thing. And that was it. There was literally no more forethought that went into it. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, yeah, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is absolutely the case in this particular instance, and I even alluded to it in my previous review. I just got through reviewing some Eggo waffle milk. Go watch that review if you're interested. But I mentioned in that, I got off work a little bit ago, and originally I was going to go to McDonald's because I wanted to grab something to eat, but the drive-thru was just taking too long for McDonald's. Like, you can't, if you're McDonald's, the one thing I will give McDonald's, and I'm okay with McDonald's, they're fine. But one thing I'll give them is typically when it comes to their drive-thru, they have their shit hardcore together. They have people moving and doing. I can appreciate that. So when I go over there, and they go over there and tell me over the intercom, hey, if you could just give us a minute or so, that's fine. I'll give you your time. Once you're past that time, I'm just leaving. So that's literally, I just fucked off out of there. I ended up going to the gas station. That's where I found the Eggo waffle milk. And because sure, it happens to be, boom, it's Takis, and they're new. Specifically, these are Buckin ranch, non-spicy, artificially flavored snacks. I've reviewed Takis on a couple of occasions, and I've kind of explained in those reviews. Go look them up if you're interested. I couldn't tell you what flavors anymore. I'm not a big Takis person. I don't hate Takis, but I've never been that into them. They're not my thing too much. But I'm not against the idea of them or anything. When I saw these, and it was like, oh, it's new, and then my brain was like, oh, I can review that. It's a new item. But then I realized, no, man, I have to review these because they kind of are the culmination of what I'm considering the gentrification of Takis. Because when Takis first came out, at least in my area, it definitely was. It was it was like a Mexican-style treat. Certainly, Fuego flavor and guacamole and, the whole thing. It was very clearly playing to a very specific, audience. And that was fine. That was perfectly fine. But as time has gone by, they've gotten further and further away from now. They make kettle chips and and so the fact that they just finally went over there were like, fuck it, ranch Takis. They're not even spicy. This is it. This right here is the full-on gentrification. These are the Karen of Taki flavors. Also has a little thing. Howdy, Tip's hat. Living like a cowboy. Now they're cowboys. It's always easy, but snacking like one sure is. I'm not even going to go through the rest of it. Let's just do the thing. Looks like that. Let's try some ranch-ass Takis. Watch them be my favorite flavor of Takis because I'm such a basic white guy. Oh, I got to bring it up. I didn't think I was going to have to bring it up with Takis, but apparently I do. Here's the bag. Look at it. Not quite as big as my head, but But that's how many Takis you actually get. Significantly smaller than my head now. I'm going to keep bringing it up until we as a society go over there and do something about it. Because we're getting screwed over on our chips and our snacks. Prices keep going up and we keep getting less of it. How the fuck does that work? But anyway. Taki. probably is my favorite flavor of Takis. No, you know what? That's not true. The guacamole ones are still probably my overall favorite. Because the thing with Takis is like they're almost too flavorful, you know. Like, and so when you have like the Fuego ones and the chili lime ones and stuff like that, like I like the base idea of their flavors, but they're so punchy that like they're kind of hard to really dig into. But like the avocado ones or the guacamole ones, whatever, I can kind of get behind those. You know, I've never had any issues with those. I tend to like them. This kind of falls in line with that because like they're not trying to be spicy. They're just pushing the ranch flavor. And the thing is they actually do a good job of it. Like, it's actually a really nice ranch flavored chip. It reminds me a little bit, I mean, not surprisingly, of ranch Doritos. But honestly, I think that the flavor is probably a little bit better than Cool Ranch Doritos. That might be shots fired, I don't know, but I kind of feel like it's got a little bit more oomph to it, and I also think there's a little bit more complexity to it. Like Cool Ranch Doritos are still fantastic. I think they're fantastic, but I just said that twice. And then I went over there and brought it up, and then I kept bringing it up. Because that's how professional I am. But no, I don't get paid to do this. Fuck you people. But no, yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I said, I like Cool Ranch Doritos. But I kind of feel like with these, I don't know, man. I feel like you're getting more ranch flavor for your buck. And it's a different kind of ranch. It's like more herby, you know? Like I said, there's a little bit more complexity to it. I think the volume of flavor you get on the Taki is really nice. Like I said, it's got a nice level of complexity to it. Whereas Cool Ranch, they're kind of one note, you know. I really like these. And maybe that's just me being a basic bitch white guy, to be fair. But the heart wants what the heart wants, and damn it all if I don't like some Buckin Ranch fucking Takis. They're good. I like the flavor. Like, there's nothing I dislike about them. And again, like, unlike some of the other flavors, they're not, like, abrasive with how flavorful they are. They just work. But, two questions have to be asked. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? I mean, yeah and yeah. I mean, for me, would they completely overtake Doritos Cool Ranch? I don't know. Doritos Cool Ranch, you know, it's a long-standing favorite. I always enjoy it. Might be hard to go over there and change over my ranch preferences. But this is definitely up there as far as ranch snacks go. Really, the only other ones I can think of off the top of my head would be like Bugles. Which, by the way, I did a comparison video on ranch Bugles between their normal ranch and their Hidden Valley ranch Bugles. Go watch that episode. It's like a couple years old now, maybe even older. But I like these. I think they're tasty. They're a nice ranch flavored snack. I like what they did with it. If I'm going over there and recommending them, I'll say this: if you're a fan of classic Takis, like their original marketing, their, you know, real flavor profile, the whole thing. Before, again, they just were like, hey, what if we went over there and just marketed to every suburban white person in America? These probably will not be for you, and I don't blame you for that being the case. But if you are just a fairly basic suburban white person, realistically, though, you know, if you just enjoy ranch-flavored snacks, these are good. Genuinely, I think they're very solid ranch-flavored snacks. Even if, yes, I could imagine an old school Takis fan looking at these, and like the Native American with the tear coming down, you know, as he looks over the field of garbage. Sorry, I wasn't trying to diminish a person in that regard. I could imagine somebody looking at these and just having that tear. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, spend your rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly deliciously ranch-tastic rest of your life. Ranch is good. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, at least try. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to go out and do. Let's all go over there, consciously make the effort, and I'm not even going to lie and say that I'm going to be great at this, but, let's make the conscious effort to recycle more, throw our trash away where it needs to be, try to be more economic in our consumables, as I do this show in which almost everything that I review is in, containers and stuff that is not, even vaguely good for, So that's a little bit hypocritical of me, to be fair. But, you try to put it in the right containers and stuff. Let's just try to treat the planet as nice as we can. I'm not saying we're going to do a great job, because let's be honest, we're not. But, we don't need to go over there and make any more Native Americans cry. Or, for that matter, destroy the planet that we fucking live on. Bye.